Have you ever woken up from a dream that felt too real? A dream so vivid, so charged with emotion, that it lingered with you long after you opened your eyes? Maybe it was a strange symbol, a conversation with someone you haven't seen in years, or a feeling you just couldn't shake. It's easy to dismiss these nighttime visions as just random brain activity, a bit of mental clutter from the day. But what if I told you they're not random at all? What if your dreams are actually a secret language, a profound conversation your mind is having with itself? Imagine your dreams as whispers from your deeper self, the part of you that does not communicate in plain words, but in powerful symbols, metaphors, and feelings. It's a hidden world, and learning to navigate it can unlock incredible insights about your life, your fears, and your greatest desires. To understand this, let me tell you a story. It's about a young house surgeon. Let's call him Alex. Alex was dedicated, brilliant, and completely exhausted. He worked grueling shifts, often pushing himself for 18 hours straight. The hospital was his life. Every night he would collapse into bed, his mind still racing with patient charts and medical procedures, falling asleep the moment his head hit the pillow. Sleep was less about rest and more about a brief escape from the relentless pressure. But one night, something different happened. He had a dream. In this dream, he found himself walking through the very hospital corridors he spent his days in. But they were different. They were eerily silent, stretching on endlessly under dim, flickering lights. The usual hustle and bustle was gone, replaced by a profound emptiness. As he walked, he began to hear a sound, a soft, painful crying echoing from behind every closed door he passed. It was a chorus of grief, a sound that seemed to seep through the very walls. A deep sense of urgency pushed him forward. He felt a desperate need to open each door, to find the source of the crying and offer comfort. But he couldn't. An invisible force held him back. His hands felt heavy, useless. He knew he had a mission. He had to get to the intensive care unit, the ICU. He'd forgotten his stethoscope there, the tool of his trade, the very symbol of his ability to listen and heal. So he kept walking, his steps echoing in the unnerving silence. He passed the emergency ward, where the air was thick with the phantom energy of panic and crisis. He walked by the operating theater, feeling a residual chill of life or death decisions. He moved past the recovery room, sensing the lingering pain and slow, arduous journey back to health. Each department he passed held its own distinct form of suffering, a palpable weight in the air. He could feel all of it, every ounce of it, but he was powerless to fix it. He was a doctor who couldn't heal. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, he reached the last door at the end of the long corridor. This had to be the ICU. He reached for the handle, a sense of relief washing over him. But when he pushed the door open, he wasn't greeted by the familiar sight of medical equipment and patient beds. The door opened into his own house, his living room, and in that instant, a terrifying flood of water burst through the doorway, rushing toward him with immense force. The wave was dark and overwhelming, threatening to pull him under. He woke up with a jolt, his heart pounding in his chest, gasping for air. His sheets were damp with sweat. The dream was over, but the feeling of it, the fear, the helplessness, the suffocating water, was still intensely real. Now you might think this was just a stress dream, a product of an overworked mind, and you'd be partly right. But it was so much more than that. That dream was not random. It was his mind's way of speaking to him in the only language it could get through his wall of exhaustion and denial. The language of emotion, expressed through symbols. The great psychoanalyst Sigmund Freud called this process dream work. It's the fascinating way our unconscious mind takes our deepest emotions, our repressed memories, and our hidden fears, and condenses them into a symbolic story. It's a form of mental alchemy, turning raw psychological material into a narrative we can experience. Let's decode Alex's dream together. The silent, endless hospital corridors represented his professional life, a journey that felt isolating and never-ending. The crying behind every closed door? That wasn't just the pain of his patients. It was his own unspoken traumas, his own griefs and fears, locked away so he could appear strong and capable for everyone else. Each door he couldn't open was a part of himself he refused to look at. And the stethoscope he was so desperate to find? That represented his connection to his own inner world, his ability to listen, not just to his patients' hearts, but to his own. He had lost it. He had forgotten how to listen to himself. And the most powerful symbol of all? The final door. He thought he was searching for a solution in his professional life, in the ICU. But the dream led him right back to his personal life, his home. And the flood of water that rushed out? That was his emotional overflow. It was the point where the dam he had built between his personal and professional self finally broke. The dream was a powerful warning. You can't keep these two worlds separate forever. If you don't deal with your emotional world, it will eventually flood your entire life. Your dreams do the same for you. They are not nonsense. They are night messages from your psyche. They are a form of psychological self-care. Sometimes they protect you. They act as a release valve, allowing you to express feelings and confront scenarios that are too overwhelming or too scary to face when you're awake. By processing these emotions in the relative safety of a dream, your mind prevents you from reaching a breaking point in your waking life. Other times, your dreams reveal what needs healing. They shine a light on the wounds you've ignored, the unresolved conflicts that are quietly draining your energy, the limiting beliefs that are holding you back. They are a diagnosis from your soul. So, how can you start listening to these messages? It begins with a simple, powerful practice. Keep a dream diary. Place a notebook and pen by your bed. The moment you wake up, before you check your phone, before your mind gets hijacked by the to-do list of the day, write down everything you can remember about your dream. Don't worry about it making sense. Just write. The people you saw, the places you were, the things that were said. Most importantly, write down the feelings you felt. Were you scared? Joyful? Anxious? Confused? Even if all you remember is a single word, a color, or a strange image, write it down. These fragments are the clues. Then, once you've captured it, ask yourself a gentle question. What part of me could this be speaking for? If you dream of being chased, what are you running from in your life? If you dream of flying, where are you feeling free and powerful? If you dream of a locked door, like Alex, what are you closing yourself off from? Over time, as you continue this practice, you'll start to notice patterns. You'll see recurring symbols that are unique to your personal language. You'll connect the dots between a stressful day and an anxious dream. You'll begin to see your dreams not as strange, isolated events, but as an ongoing conversation. Your dreams will become your teachers, your guides, your wisest counselors. Because sometimes, the answers we spend our days desperately searching for on the outside, in books, in other people, in endless scrolling, are not out there at all. They are waiting for us within. They come in the quiet hours of the night, when our conscious, analytical mind finally goes to sleep, and our soul is given the space to speak. So tonight, when you close your eyes and drift off to sleep, I invite you to set an intention. Remember this story. Remember that your mind is about to do something truly magical. Your dreams are not just illusions. They are letters from your inner self, written in a beautiful, symbolic script, sealed with emotion, and delivered to you every single night, waiting to be read. All you have to do is listen, because your mind already knows what your heart has forgotten. Your soul already has the map. Let your dreams show you the way. If this message touched you and you want to explore more stories that heal and wisdom that speaks in silence, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you for sharing this time with me. Dream well.